Yeah, I have the umbrella out because again, the sun rays are so hot. I wonder if that's like a sign of how hot it actually is with not enough like water and rain. It's kind of hazy too. It's kind of like when I was up in the mountains, so you can't get as clear of a sky shot. Yay, some shade. I actually got a response from the NAV Canada from yesterday from that request, but I gave them a couple of hours to see if they will approve it kind of like in the first time, which wasn't successful. And interestingly enough, it was, I guess, due to things like time and man labor, because they were saying, if, for example, usually try to give about 48 hours, but in summer cases, they say 72 hours. So it makes you wonder if the approval process is just a matter of how many people are actually there, I guess, to process it. Because generally speaking, they did say in one of those Transport Canada meetings that when it comes to really simple operations, they should approve it pretty quickly, kind of like when I did it the first time. But again, I guess right now it just depends on how busy it is. Even more reason, I think personally, why they have to quickly try and adopt some kind of system where you get instant approval from like apps. Because for the most part, I can just imagine having all these drone flyers flying below like 400 feet, asking for all these approvals is basically unnecessary work for everybody, in my opinion. If you're right smack in the middle of the airport flying with other manned aircraft at certain heights and stuff, then yeah, but not like in regular cases. Like let's say somebody wants to fly in their backyard or something like that when it's in a controlled airspace. And for drones, I read some new hardware stuff today. It relates to that new Skydio 2, and apparently the company released some test footage. It's kind of funny. Even the title of the video, Skydio 2 test footage 0728, unlisted. It's almost like it was just one of those just upload it raw and so forth, where I guess they're trying to show people what kind of footage it can capture. As most people know, this brand is meant more for, I guess you could say, autonomous following, like in terms of the captures. Basically, you throw it up the air, set it, and forget it type of thing. This one, it seems like, from what they say, is the same thing, but they're really focusing on cinematic footage. So trying to attract people that want to capture high quality footage in that case. You can kind of see in this one, somebody like in the beach, I guess there's like a flyaway, like a drone selfie, so to speak, following fast moving vehicles and stuff like that. Looks pretty cool and smooth so far. I know for a person like myself, looking at the old one, it seems really bulky and it was super expensive, so we don't really know what it looks like exactly or the price point. But the interesting thing is with this video, if you look at it and stop in some of the frames, like when it's following people, you can kind of see the shadow of the drone there. If you look at it, it actually looks something more along the lines of like, say, a Mavic in terms of the shape. For reference, I'll post a picture of the old one and that looks nothing like that one. So it makes me wonder if this one is more compact. And it was flying actually pretty quick when it was following people as well. So it's kind of interesting. It will basically shake up the market, in my opinion, if it turns out to be okay. Because even if you're not into their products, that should in many ways force the competition to do better as well. Force them to innovate, make their existing lineup better, or potentially announce new lineups to potentially compete with them. And for here in Canada at least, that's nice and all if it has those features, but I guess for flying in things like controlled zones, if it's not on the approved list, then what's the point of getting it? But apparently the original Skydio is on the list and it's basically qualified for controlled airspace and near people. Virtually the same thing as the Mavic. So that's kind of interesting. If you guys remember too, like in the US, they had that weird news or something like that where a company is stopped going to promote, I guess, DJI products and go with this company instead. So it makes me wonder if this company could actually come out of nowhere and capture like a huge market depending on how this product is. But usually the case is, the more competition, the better overall. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what this is all about. Holy cow, where all these guys come from? There you go. Those ladies gave him like a pistachio nut, and then when that squirrel came, he's starting to like make sounds now. Is that a way of saying, get out of my territory? Holy cow! You don't like that guy, do you? Holy. Alright, see you guys later.